Many building owners and real estate investors, and even some tax professionals, have heard about how a well-done engineering-based cost segregation study can have huge tax benefits. Because they don't understand the topic fully, many believe some things about a cost segregation study that just aren't true. Myths about cost segregation are keeping plenty of commercial and investment property owners from huge tax advantages. Let's bust some of those myths. Hi, I'm David Weiner, CEO of Cashflow Strategies. I've been helping business owners and medical and dental practices improve their revenue, build their cash flow for over 40 years. One of the ways that we can do that for some of them is through cost segregation. I'm a big fan. Myth number one is cost segregation is just too expensive. There is a cost to perform an engineering-based cost segregation study, but if 25 to 50% of the cost of the building can be written off in the first year with bonus depreciation, and you're paying federal income taxes, isn't it worth it? Cost segregation studies are actually affordable and provide the building owner a very compelling return on investment. The cost of the study is also tax deductible, making it even more affordable. Myth number two, my building is too small for cost segregation. Cost segregation studies can be performed on properties with a cost basis of only $200,000. And studies for these lower cost properties are surprisingly economical. It can provide a large cash flow boost for the smaller investor, as well as helping out the big guys. Since a free preliminary analysis is available, it's always worth checking it out to see what the relative cost and benefits would be on any property. Third myth I hear all the time, I've had my building for years, it's too late for me to do a cost segregation study. While cost segregation can be a big win for owners of newly built or purchased commercial or investment property, it isn't mandatory that the study be done only on new property. Owners who have held the property for 10 years or more can still get a large benefit by doing a cost segregation study on their property. Fourth myth, my tax professional or CPA will do it for me, or he already did do it for me. Engineering-based studies are beyond the scope of most CPA firms and tax professionals. A full engineering-based study will identify far more items whose depreciation can be accelerated than most CPA firms and tax professionals can. Even if a tax professional did their best at a cost segregation study already, it's worth having the preliminary analysis done on the property. By examining the federal depreciation schedule, it can be determined how much more property can be identified and accelerated, and whether or not it's worth doing a full study at that time. Since it's no cost, it's well worth doing. Myth number five, it's going to be a red flag for an audit. A cost segregation study is not a tax dodge or a tax shelter. It's a fully accepted, even recommended method of depreciation. The IRS calls engineering-based cost segregation the certain method of depreciation. It's been highly recommended by national accounting publications. CSSI, the company with whom Cashflow Strategies works, has performed over 20,000 studies in all 50 states and has never once triggered an audit. Sixth myth, I don't want to pay my tax professional to amend all those tax returns. There's no need to go back and amend your tax returns to take advantage of cost segregation. Thanks to the CARES Act, if the cost segregation study causes an operating loss on paper, you may be able to go back and receive funds from up to the last 5 years' taxes in refunds, also without filing amended tax returns. These are not by far the only myths that I hear about cost segregation, but these are the ones that I often hear that are really keeping business people from saving legitimate dollars from their taxes and utilizing the time value of money. Having the extra cash flow now to invest back in the business, pay off debt, and put the money to work. My dad, who is a CPA, always told me, tax evasion is a crime, but tax avoidance is mandatory. I'd like to help you avoid taxes, grow your cash flow, make your business thrive. Subscribe to my channel and contact me to do a free preliminary analysis on any property that you own or are thinking of purchasing. Let's see if this strategy can work for you. I only need a few pieces of information in order to do it. I'm David Weiner with Cash Flow Strategies. After all, it's your money. Keep more of it.